Hey guys, are you looking for some side hustles to make some extra money? Perfect, because that's exactly what I'm going to show you today. Ever since I became a stay-at-home mom, I become like the queen of side hustles because I was working my corporate job, wanting to leave, so I wanted to figure out what are some things I could do on the side. And instead of just looking online for things that who knows if they even worked, I just went out and asked people who were actually making money from home. I asked them, what do they do? How did they get started? And most importantly, how much were they making on the side? And they shared that with me. So I'm going to share it with you and let you know some things that you can do on the side to make a nice amount of money. And this is not just like $100 a month. This is things that can make you $1,000 per month or more. And one of the things that is so great about the things I'm going to share with you today is that many of these jobs are considered a home-based business. And when you have a home-based business, the government sees that as a small business. And because of that, you get so many tax breaks when you have a small business that people don't even know about. Like this phone, for example. This costs $1,000. Guess what? I'm going to get that money back due tax time because this is known as a business expense. My monthly phone bill, that is known as a business expense. When I take vacations, they're no longer vacations. They're business trips that I'm going to do business on, but I get to write it off at the end of the year and get my money back. Now, I learned all this from Lynn Richardson. When I found her, she just changed the game for me. And when I talk about this in another video because I just want everyone to know that this is how the rich stay rich. The money they're spending, they're getting that money right back through tax write-offs. So I want to just let everyone know that when you have a home-based business, you can take advantage of all this stuff. And you want to be able to, you have to understand the rules of the game and then play by the rules of the game. So you have to know what you're doing. So that's what you want to do first. You want to look at the list of side hustles I'm going to talk about today, find out what works for you, and then invest in Lynn Richardson's webinar where she kind of goes in great detail about everything I'm talking about and then how you can legitimately get your money back. So I'm going to put her link in the description below. And guess what? It's like $45, but you get that money back as a tax write-off. All right. So for the side hustles that I'm going to start with you today. Oh, before we get started, if you haven't never even considered the stuff I'm telling you right now, make sure you subscribe because this is a new channel and I'm going to start sharing all this great valuable information that I've learned that I want to share with others to show them how you can make money, how you can save, and then how you can invest. And then hit that bell for notifications so you'll get updated whenever I release a new video. All right, so let's first talk about what I've been able to do and then how you can do it too. And then we're going to go on the list of other ways that you can make money from home. So the first tip that I have for you today is to start a blog. Blogging is not for everyone because it takes a lot of work, takes a lot of discipline, takes a lot of research, and it takes a while before you make a lot of money. But I started my blog and I only made $5,000 the first year. But then the next year, I turned into a six-figure business. And by just starting the blog, I've learned and acquired so many skills that I can charge so much money and do much more than I'm already doing because you learn so much when you start a blog. Like I can create a website for other people. I charge $1,000 per website for that, and that only takes like 2 to 3 days to do. And then I become a Pinterest manager because I get traffic to my website from Pinterest, and I can help others get traffic to their website from Pinterest. I could become an SEO auditor and help other people write their articles in a way that Google will pick their articles up. Because if you are found on Google, that's golden because everyone searches for everything on Google. And if you have your articles that are showing up, that means you're getting traffic to your website. And if you're getting traffic to your website, you're getting seen and you can make money through ads, affiliate marketing, any products or services you sell. Like I didn't know any of this stuff that I'm talking to you about until I started my blog and it just started all to make sense. So I did videos on how to use Pinterest for business. I did a video on how I write my articles to rank on Google. I've written articles on how to first start a WordPress blog because that's what you need to do first. Learn from me, other people. There's tons of free videos out there on how to do this stuff. Outsource your services to others who want to be able to get your help when it comes to either just writing articles or doing their Pinterest management for them or SEO audits. You can make so much money doing this when you start a website. So I'll start with checking out my article on how to start a website for under $100 and then work towards that because you want to do that on the side because it takes time to make money, but it's so worth it. The next side hustle on this list is that you can resell items on Amazon using their FBA program. You find products at brick and mortar stores or online, you find them at a discount, and then you can see how much you can sell them on Amazon for a profit. Then you sell them, you ship it to Amazon, and they take care of the rest. They take care of the customer service and shipping it to the individual customer. And what's so great about Amazon using their FBA program is that anything that you sell is known as a prime product. Now, if you are an Amazon customer like I am, I only shop things that are prime products because you get them in like the next day or in 2 days. So that gives you the advantage and a leg up over other Amazon sellers that are just selling their stuff that takes a couple days to get. Now, my sister does this, so I know it's real. She does it on the side with a full-time job and earns over $2,000 per month. Now, it all started when I found Jessica from the Selling Family. I interviewed her on my website, and then my sister read her article because she makes like 6 figures doing this part-time with her family. And when my sister read her article, it just really inspired her to say, hey, I can do this. So Jessica, she created this free email series to help you learn how to sell successfully on Amazon. So after my sister took that free email series, it just sparked some motivation in her, and she just kind of figured out on how to do it by herself. So if you want to find out more about how to sell on Amazon, I'll put the description below with my interview with Jessica, and it also includes her free email series for you to get started as well. And another side hustle you can do selling products is that you can go to flea markets or thrift stores and sell them on websites like eBay for a profit. Now, Rob from the Flea Market Flipper, he's like the master flipper, and he says you don't even need a lot of money to get started. You just take $20 to $50, take them to the thrift stores or flea markets, purchase products with that money, and then you resell them on eBay for a profit of like $100 to $300. You take that profit and you just do it over and over again, and you build your business and you start making money. And he built this free workshop for you to show you how to build a profitable business doing this. If this is something that you're interested in, I'll put the link to that free workshop in the description below. The next side hustle on this list is to become a grocery delivery shopper. Now, there's 2 ways that you can do this job. That you can either just shop for the groceries in the store, or you could actually shop for the groceries for other people and then deliver it to their house. Now, I use this service all the time because I am currently 9 months pregnant. I've got a 4-year-old and a 2-year-old, and going grocery shopping is just not something that's in the cards for me right now. So I always order my groceries online, and then I go up to the store and pick it up. And you can make a nice amount of money doing this. I see people all the time, and I even talk to my the people who shop for me, and I ask them, I'm like, how do you like this? And they love it because you work around your own schedule. You only pick up jobs that you want, and you make a nice amount of money. And I tip very well because I kind of feel bad that they're doing all my shopping for me. So I have this guilt in me that makes me want to tip well. And they're getting paid by the company they work for. So there's companies like Shipt, Instacart, and there's a couple more like Postmates. And I did an article on the only delivery driver jobs that I only recommend. So I'll put that in the description below where you can check out the companies that are hiring for stuff like this. But it's a nice way to make money on the side on your own terms. The next side hustle on this list is that you can become a social media manager. Now, what you're basically doing with this is that you're basically posting on behalf of other companies on their social media accounts. So you have to come up with content, engaging content that will make people like or get traffic to their website. And I always recommend to do someone's account for free. So if you know someone who has a business and you think that this is something that you want to do, use them as a case study. So you can show other people like, I've been able to drive this much traffic with their account ever since I took over their social media. And you can use that to say, and I can do this for you for this amount. And I interviewed a social media manager on my website, and she said that you can easily make $1,000 to $10,000 depending on how many clients you have. So it's a great way to make money on the side, especially when there's so many schedulers out there. So you could take a day or two to schedule out your posts and then have them be they can get posted on Monday. The next post can get posted on Tuesday. But this is passive work that you've already done on Monday, then have all these posts that are going out there. You just have to be available to make sure that you're responding to comments in a timely manner. But it's a great way to make money on the side because you don't need to have a degree to become a social media manager. You just need experience and a proven case study to say that you can drive results and you can get traffic to someone's website or drive sales to their products and services. The next side hustle on this list is to become a virtual assistant. Now, virtual assistant is a great way to make money on the side because you're basically working around your own schedule as long as you can meet your deadlines. I did this when I wanted to get my feet wet in the online world using Upwork. Some of the things that you're doing is like you're doing research, you're responding to emails, data entry, you're doing social media posts for others. There's so many things that you can do, and I interviewed Gina Horkey on my website, and she's a six-figure virtual assistant, and it was a great interview. So if you're interested in becoming a virtual assistant, definitely check it out because she's also offering her course that's valued at $99 for free. And I don't know how long she's going to keep it there like that. So make sure you check it out just to learn everything you need to know about becoming a virtual assistant, and then take advantage of it because it's a free course that she's giving away. Typically, I see virtual assistants charging anywhere from $25 to $100 per hour. The next side hustle idea I have is to become a virtual bookkeeper. Virtual bookkeepers, they record financial transactions for small business owners. And I love talking about this way to make money on the side because I interviewed 2 stay-at-home moms on my website, and one of them has 9 kids, homeschools 6 of them, and she earns over $2,000 per month on the side as a bookkeeper. So I know that this is a perfect opportunity for anyone to make money on the side. And what they did, how they were able to do this is that they took this course called Ben's Bookkeeper's Launch Course. And the course teaches you everything you need to know about bookkeeping and how to start your own business. And they have a free class to let you know, to show you if this is right for you or if it's not right for you. So if you're interested in becoming a bookkeeper, I highly recommend to check out their free class to see if it's right for you. So I'm going to post that interview in the description below so you can check it out to really see what's involved in bookkeeping and then how you can get started. The next side hustle you can do is maybe one of the most popular ones on my website, and that is to become a proofreader. I didn't even know that many people were passionate about words where they just cringe when they see grammar mistakes and spelling errors, but it's a great way to make money on the side, and especially when I see people are making $1,000 to $4,000 per month catching other people's mistakes. And I interviewed Caitlin Pyle on my website, and she made $43,000 in 1 year while studying abroad and doing this part-time. So it's a great way to make money. And if you're interested in becoming a proofreader, definitely check out the article I did with Caitlin Pyle because it goes in detail about how to get started, what's really involved in proofreading, and then how you can make money doing it. Now, the next side hustle on this list is becoming a tutor. Now, this is definitely something that you can do on the side if you are knowledgeable in a certain subject matter and don't mind helping others learn the same thing. I have a full list of companies that are hiring right now, all the way up to $60 per hour. I also have companies that are hiring people to help kids in China learn how to speak English. Now, this is one of my favorite ways that you can make money from home on the side because you're working on China's schedule. So that means you're either working early mornings or late at night, and you're only working at most 3 hours per day. And I've seen people, I've interviewed a mom who's making $1,700 per month, and then another one is making over $3,000 per month, and they're doing this all part-time on the side. Some of the requirements for this job is that you have to have a bachelor's degree, but it could be in any subject. You have to be a resident of the United States or Canada, and you have to have at least 1 year of teaching experience. Now, that teaching experience could be anything from mentoring, tutoring, if you go to church and help out in the children's department, that's also an acceptable way to have that teaching experience. So if you meet those requirements, I highly recommend to check out these companies because it's a great way to make money on the side on your own terms. The next side hustle on this list is to transcribe. So transcribers, they listen to audio files and they're basically typing what they hear. And you can get started if you're good at typing, you don't mind sitting for long periods of time, and you have a nice amount of patience. This is definitely something to consider. Now, I have a full list of companies that are hiring transcribers like Rev.com and a host of others. So I'll put the article in the description so you'll know what all your options are when it comes to making money through transcribing. The next side hustle on this list is to make printables on Etsy. Now, this is a great way to make money on the side because a lot of the work is passive. You make a printable once and then you can sell it over and over and over again. Now, I interviewed Julie who does this, and she does it very well. And I asked her, how much do you think someone can make doing this on the side? And she said that she finds it very feasible to make it an average of $500 to $1,000 per month doing this. So then I asked her a ton of other questions on how to get started, what are the best tips she has, and I put it all on the article I wrote on how to create printables and sell successfully on Etsy. So I'll put that article in the description below if you're interested in learning how to create printables and sell them on Etsy. And it will also show you some of the most popular printables that do well on Etsy that you can make as well. The next side hustle on this list is to become a search engine or social media evaluator. Now, basically what this is that you're just ranking social media ads or search results for relevancy for companies like Facebook and Google, because yes, they have these awesome algorithms and these little bots and stuff like that, but nothing takes away from the human experience. So they're hiring people to check the search results for their relevancy when you put in certain queries in the search bar. And they'll pay you around like $12.50 to $14. But they contract these services to companies like Lionbridge and Appen. And these are the only two companies that I'm applying for when it comes to this. So I will put the article in the description below. It's a great way to make money on the side because they only require you to work 20 hours per week. And it doesn't matter when you work those hours as long as you finish those 20 hours. So require any training, getting on the phone or anything, that there may be lows in availability. So you want to make sure you check it out now to see what is available in your area. The next side hustle I have on this list is to become a freelance writer. Now, freelancing is a great way to make money on the side, especially if you have a passion for writing and you enjoy doing it. I interviewed Holly Johnson on my website, and she makes over $200,000 per year as a freelance writer. And I interviewed her to kind of figure out how was she able to do it. And she built this free workshop to really show people and help them understand how to build a six-figure writing career. And if you're interested in writing, you want to check that out just to see how you can make that much money. And I had a great interview with her too that I'll put that article in the description below so you can check out how she got started, how you can too, and then all the different ways that you can make money through writing. I found a number of companies that are hiring writers, so you definitely want to check that out if you're interested in writing. The next side hustle on this list is to become a property preservation contractor. Now, I had no idea what a property preservation contractor was until I went to this conference and met this woman named Danielle Pierce in line while we were just waiting to check in. And we were talking about what we do for a living. And she told me that she was in real estate, but she doesn't buy or sell anything. And then I said, okay, then what do you do? And she said she's a property preservation contractor. And she explained it like this. So she said if you look around different neighborhoods, you'll find abandoned buildings or abandoned houses. And those are either foreclosed or they're going through the foreclosure process. And banks don't like to get into real estate, so they're going to outsource these services to property preservation contractors. So these are people who are just preserving the property until the bank can sell it. So this does not mean any major renovations to the house. You're just literally maintaining it, like keeping the lawn care up to date and just maintaining it so the bank can sell it. And I asked Danielle, how much can someone make doing this? And she said she finds it very feasible to make $100,000 in the first 18 months of getting started. And then I asked her, how much do you make doing this? And she said she makes over $400,000 doing this. And she does this on the side because she homeschools 3 of her kids. And she outsources all the work and just only does the admin work at home. So that's why this is such a great side hustle, because you can make so much money doing this on the side. So if you want to learn about how she's able to do it, definitely check out my article with her because it's a great interview and it explains more in detail about really what this is and what's all involved. And the next side hustle on this list is to start a YouTube channel. So I'm just starting this YouTube channel as another way to make money on the side because it's a great way to make money. Because I interviewed Nate O'Brien on my website, who's a YouTuber, and he told me that he made over $30,000 in just the month of January. And then that is what really sparked me to say, okay, thank you, Nate. I'm going to start a YouTube channel. It's a great way to make money on the side, especially because you can schedule out your videos and just kind of have one go out each week. Or at least that's what I do because I want to make this passive and I don't want to worry about like, what am I going to post this week? Because I got to figure it out. So before I even launched my channel, I had a number of videos already completed because on YouTube, in order to do well, you have to be consistent in the amount that you post. And I see people all the time recommending to post 1 or 2 times per week. I'm only doing once per week because it's just easier for me to do. So I just post my video, schedule it, and then I have another one posted for the next week. And so that makes it easier for me. But if you want to start a YouTube channel, definitely check out the interview I did with Nate O'Brien because it's so inspiring and it's the reason why I'm even doing this channel. So I highly recommend to check that out if you want to start a YouTube channel because he gave some great golden nuggets that you definitely won't find or hear from anywhere else. And last but not least, the last thing I have for you is to sign up for research studies, because you can make a nice amount of money doing this on the side. There's companies like Respondent and User Interviews are the only two companies that I recommend doing this for, because I've seen so many people that apply and get accepted to them, because you can make up to $400 per study with Respondent and up to $100 per study with User Interviews. And these are just easy ways to make money on the side. So basically you just you go to these websites, find opportunities that fit you, you sign up, and then you wait to get accepted for them to say, okay, we're ready to interview you. And then they're going to interview you and then give you your money. And that's it. So those are the side hustles that I have for you. Please let me know in the comment section. Are there any of these side hustles that you want to do? Were there any of them that you never heard of before? I just kind of love to hear your thoughts to see what you thought about all these ideas. And if you like this content, make sure you subscribe. And remember, if you want to learn how to write your articles to rank on Google, or learn how to use Pinterest to get traffic to your website, you can go to my videos right now to kind of find out how I'm able to do that, and then how you can too.